All right, I'm here with the CEO and founder, Caloni Michelle from Brandstrom. Welcome, Caloni. How you doing today?
Thanks, JJ. I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Tell
How are you?
everybody I'm great. It's a beautiful, lovely day here in Miami on a Tuesday. Tell everybody a little bit about who you are and sort of what you exactly do for clients globally.
Yeah. So I run a personal branding agency. So essentially what we do is we help people to build, grow, and market their personal brands online. So essentially we build out their online presence. We help them market it through organic social media strategies. And then we also do some PR. And so we partner with you on a lot of the PR side of things.
Well, look, Kalani, there are a lot of people that are watching this and they would be actually shocked to be like, why would you be partnering with someone who maybe is in your space right now? So I think that's the first great question. Like, why would you refer clients to me if you're doing exactly the same thing as me from an outsider's perspective?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We don't do exactly what you do. And that's
Right.
the thing is we play with our internal capabilities and the internal team that we have. We do some PR, but not to the magnitude that you do. So for us, it makes sense when a client is looking for more PR than what we can offer them to partner with an agency and someone like you, JJ, because then we can just offer more value and more services to our clients. And it's a win-win situation for the client. It's a win-win situation for myself. It's a win-win situation for you.
Well, I think, what you've tapped on there is exactly what I'm all about. Like, I think sometimes, Kalani, a lot of people feel like in the PR, advertising, marketing, it's a very, once it's mine, it's mine. And I don't want to let anyone in and I'm scared. And I think what you just shared with everybody listening who may be on the fence of having another arm of PR or marketing, advertising, or maybe even in the same space as PR, it's a good thing to actually refer clients out and work and have partners, correct?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, and what you hit on there, Jay, a lot of business owners struggle with that scarcity mindset. And you're only going to get so far with that scarcity mindset, where if we can look at it and just how can we have this abundant mindset? How can we all get to the top together? How can I win? How can you win? How can we win together? And so for me, I love being able to partner with other agencies because it expands the more people that I can reach and more of the impact that I can have. And also those in my circle, and you as a friend, Jay, now we've developed this friendship through this too.
Yes.
And I want you to win and I want to be able to support you. And so looking at that, it's like, look, like I want to have an abundance mindset, not a scarcity mindset.
Yeah, I love that. And I think, thank you for sharing this because I feel like it's a bit deeper than I thought today, but it's like having that abundance mindset, like more comes in. And I feel like, Kalani, so many people are so scared to let go because, yeah, look, we've all worked hard and listen, we've all built our businesses and brands, but to be able to have another arm, to be able to say, hey, this person can do a little bit more than we can do. I really feel, in my opinion, it actually enhances your brand and the client's confidence in you better.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So, Kalani, there's a lot of people that do what I do. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I am unique. I have a pretty unique service, but there are people that do what I do, and there are other people that you could have used. Why have you chosen to work with me and give me business from your clients?
That is such a good question, JJ. Okay, so I will say I get messages all the time on social media like, hey, can we partner together? People will want to hop on a call. And essentially, they're like, hey, I want to pitch you something. They're trying to pitch me something. And it's what's in it for them with the approach that you have made and just the professional relationship that we have built, Jay. You came at it from what can I do for you? What can I give you? How can we collaborate together? So first and foremost, you came in giving, not trying to take. Okay. Second of all, your communication has been, I can text you, I can call you, I can email you, whatever it is. And you're always available to answer questions, to hop on a call and things like that. And as a partner, a preferred partner, it makes it easier for me when our partners are available, even just for quick, simple questions. So I would say, A, the fact that you're such a giver and not a taker, and B, your exceptional level of communication.
Thank you. And I really appreciate that. And also the great thing too, it's not just a high five and a fist bump. You get, as a partner, obviously a larger incentive to share clients over, right? Which, hey, listen, money moves,
Mm-hmm. It does. And that's one thing that I admire about you. I've had other partners for other things. and you're like, hey, I just got paid this month's retainer. Send me an invoice and you'll send over the payment, and literally within a day, maybe two, I don't even think it's ever been 2 days. I think it's always the next day you send over payment, and you're the one that's reaching out to us saying, hey, I received payment from the client. Like, we're not following up with you and saying, hey, Jay, did you ever get that payment? We did not have to follow up with you once. You have been very good about reaching out to us and letting us know when you're ready, like when the client pays and whenever you're ready to submit payment, which is really the next day. So,
and thank you for sharing that, because it's huge for me. Like, I've been on the other side, or sort of the other side of the island, where I give someone a client, and one, they don't really appreciate that they thank you. Two, they don't even really give me a good, like, they gave me like 2% or 5%. I'm like, that's not going to be incentivized. And then when I do give them over, like, they don't tell me that the client's been paid them, and I'm like chasing them up, and they're like, oh, well, our accounts, and we'll get to it. I have no incentive. Like, that's not the kind of agency, the way I would be treated. So I think from someone listening right now, Caloni, like, other than having the PR or having someone they can trust, like, it seems like from what you're sharing that our working relationships, it seems like you're incentivized, and you're definitely like excited to share clients along for future business.
Yeah, 100%. And something else that hasn't come up yet in this conversation, Jay, is the fact that because of the trust that we have built between the two of us, and the level of communication and just the relationship, we have then gone on past just referrals or partnering on projects. Is, hey, Jay, what do you think of this? I'm thinking about hosting this sort of event. What do you think? And then you give me feedback. And so we can kind of ping pong off of each other different ideas that maybe we wouldn't be able to do with other people who might be so-called competitors, because you and I just want each other to win. And we're also in different sides of the US where it's like, we're really not competing. And even if we were both in Florida, like, there's so many fish in the sea that it's like, look, like, we're all going to win. So so that's just an added bonus of partnering with you.
So to wrap this up, like, for anyone that's on the fence right now, Caloni, that's maybe in PR or in advertising or a book publisher, and they're like, why should I work with Jay, or more so, should I have someone like Jay and what they do as an added value? What would you say to them?
I would say 100% work with Jay. You've been my favorite partner that I've ever had and ever worked with. And you're just amazing. I mean, I value great communication, and you have exceeded that. And so, I mean, I have no complaints about working with you thus far, and I look forward to continue to work with you in the future.
Well, we will ditto to that. And Caloni, so everybody knows you're not a pretty model from the South. Where are you, South, the North? South,
California, so the West.
West, South. See, I'm not even American. See, I just think America's America. How can people find you? And maybe, hey, if they've resonated with you and I want to learn some more about information about you, where can they go?
Oh, I appreciate that, Jay. I would say the biggest platform you can find me on is Instagram. I'm also on Facebook and LinkedIn, but Instagram's the easiest, just at Caloni Michelle. So Caloni and then Michelle. So
that's it. All right, Caloni. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks, Jay.